Tuvies. It's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you. Well, here we are. It's Saturday. And you know what that means? Time for the Saturday night seance. I'm just here getting my chairs ready here. And, you know, I love a good old-fashioned seance. For those of you who are new here, you may not know this, but I used to be a member of the Spiritualist Church. And in the Spiritualist Church, we used to gather. We had an old church. It was over 100 years old. We had a little back seance room with old chairs. I think the chairs were literally 100 years old. And I would get together and help set up for the seances. And we'd just grab a bunch of wooden chairs and we'd put them in a circle. And that's how we used to do it. So tonight I'm getting our chairs ready because I'm welcoming you to our seance. See, in our seance, what we do is we get our old chairs, we put them in a circle, and the medium would be in the center chair, and the people around him. And the mediums would go into trance, and spirits would come in, and it was amazing. So, you know, I wanted to carry on that tradition, having come from a spiritualist background. And I thought it would be fun. So, wherever you are, you can virtually be part of our seance. So, I want you to pull up your chair to around your computer, and you are virtually in our seance circle. And if you feel like astral projecting, this chair is open for you. Come and literally sit with me tonight. I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, we're going to settle down and go into trance in just a minute here. So we'll see what the spirit world has. And for those of you who are new, I am a trance channel medium. And what that means is that I'm going to go into a trance state where I set aside my consciousness and spirit people come through me. And they take temporary control of my body and speak physically through me. If you've never seen it, it might seem a little strange, but not to worry. I'm in no pain or distress. And for me, it's quite a peaceful and powerful experience. Whenever the spirit people come through, it just like uplifts me, makes me feel good. So I'm so glad to be able to do this. And so I welcome you to our seance tonight. You know, I think I'm going to turn down the lights. It's a little bright in here. So we're going to soften the lights. Pull up your chairs here. Get in the circle with us. And we're going to have an old-time seance. That's a little better. Let's take off this other light up here. We'll take that off. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that's better. And you can still see a little bit here. Well, guys, thank you and welcome to our seance. And I'll see you when I get back. Oh, there we go. We're in the body. Oh, greetings, y'all. This is Fletcher. Oh, we're so glad to be with all of you tonight. Might I say, there's a lot of beautiful light around each of you. You've been opening your minds and hearts to the higher realms. And if you're here at this seance tonight, it's because we've invited you. Oh, so many of you are getting messages from our world. You're picking up the vibrations. And as you hear us, you raise your own vibration. And it allows both of our worlds to work together. We've got a few people be wanting to speak tonight, so I'll be stepping out of our medium. But this is Fletcher sending you greetings over and out. Star is coming out. Greetings to each of you. It is such a blessing I can come and speak to you. Over here in our world, in the spirit world, we wait eagerly for the opportunity to connect with the earthly realm. Having lived upon the earth, I'm very aware of all the struggles and the temptations and the tribulations that people of earth go through. I have experienced extremes in my own life, extremes of great wealth, extremes of great poverty, extremes of good health, and extremes of decimated, wasted away body. What brought me to the spirit world was that I had abused myself through drug and alcohol addictions. Fortunately, here in the spirit world, I was gradually awakened to the truth of my condition, and it allowed me to begin the healing process. Now I speak to you from a place of great joy and hopefully a little bit of power. In the spirit world, each person grows at their own pace. There are no taskmasters here forcing you down agendas and protocols. Here you are left to your own devices. This is why we tell people of the earth it would be best for you if you begin your spiritual education whilst still on earth. It's true that you could delay it, but your transition to the spirit world would be much more challenging. And you would find that if you had only begun while on earth, you would have had a much easier go at it here. Fortunately for me, I have some experience, or I should say I had some experience in my earlier life with spiritualism as well as ceremonial magics. And it is these things that ultimately saved me from longer stay in the darker realms. The spirit world is like the light spectrum. There is one end of it that is bright and shining. It's the highest realm where divinity and the highest of spirits dwell. There is the other realm, which is the realm of darkness. And in the realm of darkness, there are souls who linger, those who wish not to partake of the light. Please try to understand that in our world, it is your free will that governs all things. In your material world, in your earthly realm, your free will is your driving force. There are many people upon the earth who will say, but it is my will to do this or to do that. The spirit world will not hamper nor interfere with your free will. It is your own doing, your own creation. But we will guide and gently persuade and dissuade at times you from courses of action that would be less than beneficial for your soul growth. But that being said, we will not stop you if it is your will to do something. When you come to our realm, to the spirit realm, one of the first things that you will discover is that you'll still have your full consciousness intact. Your mind will remember your entire earthly existence. You will have all your bodily senses, your sight, your hearing, your voice, your sense of taste and touch. The difference is that in our world, the clarity of your senses is greatly heightened. And with that heightened ability of your senses comes a greater awareness of your interaction with the world around you. In the spirit world, because you have free will, you can be hostile to others or kind to others. But know that any action that you take will reverberate back upon you, and you will have a great moment of clarity. You will discover that to be kinder is much better for all that concern, as well as yourself. If you choose to do evil, you may be separated. As in earth, there are places that are prisons, and people transgress society and create destruction. They are moved into a place where they can no longer hurt others. It's called prison. In the spirit world, there is a form of prison. It is a place of the lower realms. You could be, in a sense, removed from the realm of light and put into a twilight place or even a place of darkness. We don't wish to think of it as punishment here, as much as time out. It is a time away from others that you might reflect. And so there are those here, even in the spirit world, who use their own free will to create havoc and disturbance. The difference is that they are not allowed to last long in the vibration, and they can be removed backwards into a lower vibration by the powers that be. In the spirit realm, you can only attain the level of light to which you are in harmony with. And this is why when evil people are put into the lower realms, they cannot again enter the realm that they were removed from. There are vibrational barriers, not quite walls, but you may wish to think of them as walls between the different dimensions. And you must have a frequency that is in harmony with that dimension in order to cross into it. It is said that all souls may progress downward. For example, a higher soul can go into the lower realms to bring their presence, their healing, their knowledge, and their light to those who dwell in the lower realms. But those in the lower realms cannot ascend into the higher realms until they have the various qualifications. The qualifications of movement between the realms is based upon your vibration. The higher your vibration, the more freedom of movement that you have in the spiritual realms. Each realm of the spiritual world is vast and limitless. This is why many people cannot fathom our world. They're used to structures and physical limitations as you see on earth. They say, well, only so many people can fit within a certain area. But here, because things are based on vibration, and there's infinite expansion, there's no limit. So down one street you could have 1,000 homes and none would be cramped or feel limited. There is no limit here for those who dwell in the light. Though I work as a guide, there are even guides higher than myself who have operated in vacillated frequencies that are beyond anything that a human mind can comprehend. Suffice it for me to say that the souls that dwell in the higher realms are brilliant beyond compare. The most brilliant sun that you've ever seen pales in comparison to their vibration. As we are at the holiday season upon the earth, there are many celebrations that are occurring. There is Yule, and there is Hanukkah, and there's Christmas. All of these holidays are examples of the power of the light. If you are perhaps feeling far from the spiritual realm, look to the physical light. It is a reflection of the spiritual light. Have you ever wondered that why, even if you're in the most negative of moods, you can walk down a street that is decorated with beautiful light decorations, and somehow you feel a little bit of kinship with everyone, a little bit of joy? It is because on a deeper spiritual level, you are recognizing light. Over in our world, in the spiritual world, light is the guiding principle. All souls here vibrate at specific frequencies. Some are brighter than others. But if you are a soul and you feel that your light is dim, over here it is not a competition. It is not who can outshine each other, but it's a motivation. The souls who want to be brighter are given opportunities. And all they must do is say, I wish to attain a higher frequency. Angels and guides are sent to them to assist them in their journey. On earth, you can also have the ability to raise your frequency, to raise your vibration. If you're wondering if you can even begin to comprehend the light, this time of holiday season, this Christmas time, is a wonderful time. Look at all the illuminated trees. Look at the Christmas decorations, the decorated homes. All of these are examples of the inner light that is within you. And if you can but pause and consider the still dark light within you, you will have greater joy. When you connect to the light, you will have peace, you will have wisdom. You will be of good cheer. You are at a time of growth, a time of opportunity. Absorb the light into you, and you will begin your spiritual journey. My name is Alfred. give us just a moment. We got to get control of the medium's vibration. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a special lady here. She's pacing back and forth with her martini glass in hand. And I think she wants to say a few words to you. So I'll be stepping out of the way. Oh, there I am. I think it was a morning. Can you hear me out there, my dears? Greetings, this is Rose. Oh, it's such a blessing to be here with all of you. I have to echo Alfred's words. So whenever we have the opportunity to cross over into your realms, we feel very fortunate that you receive us. So many of us over here long for a connection with the people of the earth, having ourselves once been amongst you in the flesh. Now we dwell here in the spirit world. We like to think that we impart little bits of wisdom to you, maybe something to help you along your way. If you're somebody today and you're saying, Rose, it's the Christmas time and I'm all alone. I don't think a soul cares a jot for me. Oh, my dear, know that we of our world love you very much. You're never alone. If you feel abandoned at this Christmas time, know that the spirit world is with you. Do you know that in the Bible it tells the story of the angels coming to the earth and singing peace and goodwill to people upon the earth? You know, since arriving here, I've discovered it's all true. There were angels that came at Jesus' birth. And Jesus came into the world to bring a great light to all souls. And over here, he shines brighter than anyone you can imagine. You know that the wonderful thing is that Jesus has told us all over here that every person on earth can achieve what he has achieved. He reminded me, he said, Rose, do you remember when you were a young lady in church? I said, oh Lord, yes. And I was going to tell you, when the Lord was speaking to me about church, I was a little embarrassed. I became very acutely aware of the times that I was not, or should I say, half paying attention in church. But you know, nevertheless, Jesus did not condemn me, but he did say to me, Rose, remember I said in my earthly life, I said, yes, Lord. He said, I said that those things that I do, you shall do, and even greater things, once I go unto the Father. And I said, Lord, he said, Rose, do you not understand? I said, Lord, I don't understand what you're saying. He said, Rose, he said, do you remember how I would heal people? I said, yes, Lord, I remember that. I read about it in the Gospels. He said, well, it's true, I did do that. And he said, you have the power to heal. I said, you mean, I'm just a lady from London. What would I know about that? He said, Rose, when you open your heart to love, the power of God moves through you. And he told me, he said, I did all things by the love of God. And he said, all humans have the ability, but if they'll only open themselves to that reality. And so I learned very early on here in the spirit world that all things are governed by love. And so when we come to visit with you, we don't come with a message of condemnation. We come with a message of love. And so I invite each of you today to remember that love is the guiding principle. Jesus came to the earth at this time to bring love and light to people. And when he returned back here to the spirit realm, he did not leave you abandoned. He sent his power, and it still flows in the world today. You know, it's like I've often said, so often I got caught up, you know, in worrying about the fashion of the day and impressing the vicar at my church with my donations. And Jesus said to me, did you love, you see? And you know, I have to say, many times I fell short. And if you're someone who today says, oh, I feel that I've fallen short of love, do not condemn yourself. In the spirit world, and Alfred said it earlier, no one judges you, but you will judge yourself. And I think in many ways that's far more intense than having a council judge you. You see, so when you return to the spirit, you will become acutely aware of the good things that you've done as well as the bad. But let this Christmas time be the time when you let peace reign in your heart. Listen for the songs of the angels. They do want peace on earth and goodwill to all, but you have to allow that to be part of your life. And if you're saying, Rose, I don't know where to begin, I don't even know if I believe. Well, there's one thing we do both know for sure. You're alive and I'm dead. And that's a fact. And so the fact is, though, that we can't communicate. And if we wish to reach to you and you wish to reach to us, then there's a mutual exchange. Our exchange is always brought in love. And even if you have a little trepidation or doubt, do not fear. We will help show you the way. For those of you who are starting today and you said, Rose, I don't want to wait till I die and figure it out. I want to at least have a little edge. And you're in the right place, my dears. And at this Christmas time, as Alfred said, look upon the light. Let it come into your heart. Let it expand. Find joy. You know, so much of my earthly life I spent focused on the material things, wondering if I gave the most beautiful presents. You know, the difference is that people say, oh, Rose, you are very generous. Yes, I did spend a lot of money in my life. But my generosity was from vanity, not from love. You see, if you give even the humblest of presents, if you give somebody a little twig off of a tree, and you do it with love, it's worth far more than giving them diamonds from Tiffany's. You see, if you give diamonds from Tiffany's but you don't have love in your heart, your gift is empty and has no true ultimate value. When I returned to the spirit world, I was shown all the times in my life that I had bypassed opportunities for love. And it humbled me greatly, my dears, I must say. So don't feel like me. Don't waste your earthly life seeking after the vanity and glory of the world. I tell you, it's all passing. And when that lorry struck me that night, the night I died, all my jewels and wealth and furs, none of it meant a thing, my dear. I became acutely aware of consciousness. And in your own consciousness, you know that you exist. Who was it that said, I think, therefore I am? Descartes, I believe. It was very true. And when you die, you understand that all you take with you is your mind and your love and your heart. Your earthly body, your jewelry, your fine clothes, your beautiful cars, they're for nothing over here. And you see, for somebody like myself to arrive in a world like this with nothing, oh, I felt very bare. And I became acutely aware that it was love that would sustain me if I wished to remain in the light. And as I embraced love, I healed from my earthly selfishness and vanities. Oh no, my dears, I don't wish to paint myself a saint. No, no, I've still got a lot of work to do. But I can tell you that I've been supported here by many spiritual beings of light. And it is through this medium's kindness to help me to grow that he receives me. It has helped me to grow immensely. We have a partnership. At least we hope to, our world and your world. We're willing to reach across to you if only you'll receive us. For those who have joined the seance tonight, I should like to say thank you. You're most very kind to come. We are so pleased to meet with you and share this time together. And I hope that wherever you are, that you will take this opportunity, especially now at Christmas and Hanukkah, to focus on that light, as Alfred has said. Let it work into your soul, and you will begin your spiritual journey, my dear. Be of good cheer, have faith and love. What was it my vicar used to say? Faith, hope, and love, these three, and the greatest of these is love. I don't think I could say anything better than that, my dears. Let's just ask me now, is it the power of the medium's fading, so I should have to be stepping from our medium? But in my parting words, let me remind you that you never walk alone, that our world is with you, and if you will but reach out to us, we will be present to you and help you. You can call upon me, so Rose, help me, and I shall be there. Call upon Alfred, call upon Fletcher. All of us want to help you. Oh, my dear, the power is starting to fade. I feel myself fading away. I shall return to the spirit world, but know that I will come to you Just remember to call on me. Not you. Not you. Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, I tell you, I so enjoy channeling. Whenever I come back from channeling, once I kind of get my wits about me, I feel bright. You know, that connection with the other world just helps me so much. And I hope today that the spirit people have helped you. If you've enjoyed tonight's program and you want to learn more about my work as a psychic, you might want to pop over to my website. I have the link below in the info box. And I have some books over there. I don't have them with me here, but I have a wonderful book called Messages from Rose. You might want to get that. That tells about my work as a trance channel in my life with my spirit people. And it's one of my favorite books. A number of you have read it and seem to enjoy it. So if you haven't read that, check that out, okay? But I'm so glad you're here. Listen, I hope that you'll keep it here. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't know that we're doing the witching hour because it's Christmas Eve, so we may not have that. But I am going to bring a special Christmas message to you tomorrow. So I hope you'll be here for my annual Christmas message. And make sure to be here also. Another special event, December 31st. We're going to have our annual New Year's prediction. We're doing it live. It'll be 11 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're going to ring in the new year. So wherever you are, join us. We're going to have a party on Spirit Channel. Lady Angela and Lord Tony will be with us. And we're going to talk about what's coming in 2018. And we're going to take questions from you guys about predictions and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I might even sing. But guys, listen, keep it here. By the way, if you want to help me out, if you want to give me a Christmas present, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. Your greatest gift to me would be your support of my channel. I thank you all for being here. So, we'll see you back here tomorrow for our Christmas message. I love you guys. Sending blessings to you, and we'll see you then. And until then, may you always blessed be.